Boop is the sound of me tickling your nose hair. And if you didn't expect that, well, I got a few more coming your way. I think we're gonna keep you guessing all night. Hey, you got any of those elbows? Huh, that's real cool. I think I might stare at them for hours on end. Regardless of all your attempts to thwart me, I shall maneuver around your obfuscations. Eyeballs and elbows, meant to be together. God named them as they have been named so that us lowly mortal types might spot the clues lying out in the field. You scrape away the rocks to find the dirt underneath, and that's how you reach the private party area on the beach where your friend Jolene has the setup. She's got the disc jockey. He's over there making the music come out of the crabs. This is a high-tech Bluetooth technology. This is blue pincer technology. Is thrumming techno all throughout the nature. Even the seashells are in on the game now. There's no animal meat inside of them. They're dancing with the vibrations of this cosmos-rending groove that has been bestowed unto us by an odd lad wearing a kitty cat mask behind a mixing board occasionally bopping. And people talk about how beats drop, plummeting from the atmosphere, scorched to oblivion in the friction brought on by gaseous mutilation. But no. What you have instead is a kind of a swaggy two-step shuttling the body forth and fro. Grain. Kind. Is growing. New culture. Humankind, this is going the way of the dork, is getting his armpits uppercutted by a more viable specimen. Meanwhile, Grain is out in the museums, studying not our successes but our follies, looking at that one gross splotch on a starry night and saying, we can do better. Grain doesn't even have east-west or concepts of direction at all. It can't build compasses. Grain has stubby fingers, barely even mobile. You need several hours of physical therapy per shaft of grain in order to make the thumb wars possible. Shattered. Bone. Living again. Not as skeletons, but as wavy dust in the air, with pointy bits so that it can excavate portions of your clavicle and whisper to the bone, you'll join us sooner or later. And your clavicles having none of it, saying, now listen here, floaty buster, I'm not going any place I don't please, and right now I'm part of this man. You can't have me. And the bone floaters just laugh and float off because they know that every prophecy they foretell is endorsed by Grain Jesus. That's the one who was sacrificed to the farmer. They pinned him to the corkboard, and the scarecrow was looking out over saying, this isn't okay. They're gonna make movies about how y'all are messing up here. But at the time, they couldn't see it. They had one eye patch over the right eye and a sparrow licking the left eye. They could see a little bit out of the left eye, but most of what they saw was sparrow tongue. It wasn't very elucidating. There. In front of you right now, and you can't see it because the wavelengths is one of those tiny little bandwidths of light that the spirit governors have hidden in the accords of the Pantry Coalition. And they're telling you, no, there's nothing there. But you want to know what's there? Floppy tentacle fat plant beast. And what's it doing? It's just watching. Flopping its tentacles, hence the descriptors, What's it waiting for? I don't know. I can't talk to it as a plant. I'm still learning plant on Duolingo. It's a difficult course. It's the first 17 lessons just how to say hello. You need to have highly flexile chlorotongues, green and shaking in the wind. Sunlight piercing through the cell membranes, causing the goo inside to bubble and hiss. Oh, it vibrates all the way down into the base of your being. Oh, electricity grabbing at your chakras, whatever chakras are. Do you feel the earth scratching at your toenails? Looping around the top of your foot and passing through the hidden bandwidth, not in light but in matter itself, because all particles are wave phenomena, and if you wave goodbye to your old ideas of how physics works, you're gonna feel the slurping of the ground. The plant flopper dude, he's into it, and I'm watching your elbow. I'm supposed to be the one you can trust for normalcy. I'm one of you. We came from the same genetic stock. Every day, out there in the jungle, one weird monkey. They're birthing lots of them, but every day one of them's weird. And sometimes, Monkey Jesus looks at them and says, "It's good weird. This is bad weird. Neutral weird. Let's see where it goes." Bad weird is the one that had its wrist genetically taped to its lips, only had like a third of its mouth left for eating stuff, constantly seeking out bite-sized meals. Monkey festival folk are saying, "Would you like a pork chop?" This poor guy's gotta just say, some of it. But then you get strange, mostly bald monkey. And that's where I came from. And that's where you came from. We should be alike. We should be together on so many ideological apexes and valleys, peaking and sinusoidal, ravenous for knowledge and for peace. So what the hell happened to me, huh? Look, I know it's trite, but I've seen too much. No, not the plant. No, not your elbow. It's a fine elbow. It's actually a really nice elbow. We can talk more about that later if you want, but I've seen just one detail too many of the cockeyed rando. Flipping the switches, working that mixing board and that mask, that feline brain chamber, sallow, sweaty footprints pawing at the concrete of a post-caloric sinscape-toting elder cheese in his grimy mitts, milked from the head of a roaring bonfire. You've never milked the flame, have you? Me neither. Hence being alive, but I've seen it happen. It's happening right now. Look at him. Look at him. Who is that familiar little stranger? Let me ask you this instead, though. What if he's not a stranger?